So this video, I am going over Isaiah 55 verses 6 through 7. It says, this is out of the Easy English Bible. It says, come to serve the Lord now while he lets you find him. Call out to him for help while he is near you. Wicked people need to change the way that they live. Evil people must stop thinking their evil thoughts. They must turn back to the Lord our God because he will be kind to them. Yes, God will completely forgive. So God is warning in verse 6 to serve the Lord now, to draw close to him, because we are living in the last days and we should be seeking God and drawing close to him. And like he says, while he lets you find him, because we don't know when Jesus is coming back. And if we are not seeking the Lord and we are just, living for the world, just kind of doing our thing, that is not good. That is not good. And, and it warns here in 6 to, come to serve him now. It says now, not later, not a month from now. He says now, because now there's that urgency. He is saying it with an urgency to say now, because time is very short and a lot of people is gonna miss it because they just are living for the world. They are not seeking the Lord. They don't care to serve the Lord. And God is warning to come now. And a lot of people, they're just not. And it's not going to be good for them. So in 7, when it talks about, wicked people need to change the way that they live. They need to stop their evil thoughts. God knows even our thoughts. Our thoughts, the evil people's thoughts, whoever, all of creation, he knows their thoughts. He is the creator. He knows us better than we know ourselves. So, some people may think, God has no idea, some people don't even think that God even knows what they're doing, because he, they think that he's just up there not paying attention to anything, and until, you die, you go to heaven, if you're lucky enough to get to heaven. But it doesn't work that way, because God knows everything. He knows your every move. He knows things that you're going to do before you even do it, because he knows your thoughts. He knows what you're thinking. He knows what you're going to think. He knows what you're going to do. So nothing can be hidden from God. And whether you're, one of his children, or if you are a side of the evil, he knows what you're thinking, and he is warning, that you must stop your evil thoughts. And anybody, this is warning about the evil people, to turn back to that, or to turn back to God, that he will be kind and he will completely forgive. Yes, he says, yes, God will completely forgive. So, whatever thoughts, whatever, the actions that these evil people are doing, if they repent and turn to God, God will completely forgive. And that there just tells how forgiving God is. He is a forgiving God. But this is, it says for the wicked, for evil people, but it's also for everybody, all his creation, all of us humans. We need to have a repentant heart, because God looks at the heart. So if your heart is hard, if your heart is full of just hate, of jealousy, of just whatever, just nastiness, then God just he's not gonna forgive. You gotta have a repentant heart. You gotta come to him with a heart full of just love for him and sorrow for, the things that you've done. Because if you don't truly feel it in your heart that you truly are sorry, because you cannot go to God and just say, God, I'm sorry for doing this or that. If you don't feel it in your heart, God is going to know that. And he's not going to forgive it if you do not have it in your heart. Because if you don't have it in your heart and you're just saying it, they're just words. They're just pure words that just are not going to mean anything. And it's just like if somebody came to you and apologized, but you knew that they didn't mean it, that they just said it just to say it, so they can just say that they apologized. That doesn't mean anything to you. And God is no different. When he gets an apology, he wants people to mean it. He wants it to be meaningful. Because if it's not, because he wants to bless you. He wants to forgive, the things that you've done, but he wants you to have that repentant heart to know that you are truly sorry. And if you're not, he's gonna know that, and he's not gonna forgive it. So you've got to have, that softened heart, not that hardened, hateful heart, because he can't forgive a hardened, hateful heart. And if your heart is hard and hateful, if you're just filled with all that negative, you need to release it. Because if you have all that and you have that bitterness and unforgiveness, God is not going to forgive you. Because if you will not forgive someone, then God cannot forgive you. He can't forgive you. So you have to release anything that is hardening your heart. If somebody did something to you, yes, it can be hard. And it can be hard to not let it get you to that point where your heart is hard. But you have to forgive. Even if it still hurts, you still have to forgive. And then even if you are thinking those thoughts, like that thoughts of hatred or whatever it is, if it's not good thoughts, God is not going to forgive you. You have to release all that. You have to, turn to God and ask him for help if that's what you need to release that. Because a lot of times, when people's hearts get hard, it's because of past hurt, that they didn't release it, and it has got them so that, it's hard to forgive. It's hard to open up. It just keeps it hard. And it needs to be released. Because by you keeping your heart hard, by holding on to the negative thoughts, it's like poison to you. It's not going to hurt the other person. It's going to hurt you. Not only physically, mentally, but it could hurt you eternally. And that is not good. You have to release it. You have to forgive, and then God can forgive you. So whatever, anything else, if it's something that you've done, just turn to God, have that repentant heart, and just, ask him for forgiveness. Be truly sincere so that God can forgive you. Because if you truly are just sincere about it, God will forgive. And it says in 55 verse 7 that he doesn't just forgive a little. It says, yes, God will completely forgive. Not partially, not just a little bit, completely. So he wipes it away as if it never happened. So I hope this helps somebody, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.